Omagyana Timirandasya Kyananjana Salakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Nama Vancha Kalpa Tarupyascha Kripa Sindhu Pyaevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Nama. Today I was meditating after hearing classes from our beloved Sripad Sadhu Maharaj about four very, very important subject matters. And one is Guru Shraddha, leading and culminating in Guru Nistha, Ishta Nistha, and Svarupa Nistha. So, when the sadhaka sets out on his journey, on his spiritual journey, there is one thing which is completely mandatory and required. So a sadhaka setting out on a spiritual journey, and in our case Manjari Bhav sadhakas set out, we have to have Shraddha, initial faith in the words of Sri Guru. So we have to find a Sri Guru who can guide us, who can teach us, and to whom we have a loving relationship. So the sadhaka, after wandering through this universe and all the universes millions of times, finally he meets such a wonderful Gurudev. Srila Jiva Goswami, he is giving us the qualifications of such a wonderful Gurudev to whose lotus feet we fall and in whom we have to find deep initial Shraddha, trusting him to show us the right way. Srila Jiva Goswami is writing, he is filled with realizations about the personality of Godhead due to his nishtha and his firm adherence to the worship of the Lord. He has attained the grace of his own Guru, very important, parampara, by being similarly devoted to his own Gurudev's lotus feet. Second, he is very learned in the Vedas and in Bhakti scriptures that outline the Vedic purport, such as Srimad Bhagavat. Thus he can destroy the doubts in his disciples. So we are full of these doubts and Shraddha in the words of Gurudev, Guru Mukho Padmavakya. We should make these words emanating from the mouth of Gurudev to our heart's content, transform them and see them as our only navigator throughout our journey. So he, following his words, can dispel all of our doubts. 3. Because he has transcendental realizations about Sri Krishna, he has attained his mercy potency. Thus, he has become so powerful that he is able to bring the disciple onto the path of bhakti and infuse this power within him. Here also we have a very, very important principle that actually the Bhakti Ladha Beach is infused into our heart, into our fertile field. The heart of the Jiva is like a fertile field where Guru infuses the seed of bhakti. So receiving that Bhakti Ladha Beach, it can grow in our hearts and we should develop Shraddha in that process. 4. He is not overcome by vices like lust and greed. Very also important point. So Srila Rupa Goswami Pad, he is starting the 64 items of bhakti by actually 3 very, very important points. Guru Padashrayas Tasmat Krishna Dikshadi Shikshanam Vishrambena Guru Seva. Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu 1-274. First, taking shelter of Sri Guru's lotus feet. Second, taking initiation, Diksha, into Krishna mantra and learning Bhagavat from him, Bhagavad Dharma from him. 3. Serving Sri Guru with faith. In the Chaitanya Charitamrita, we can also see Guru Padashraya Diksha Gurura Sevana. So these 3 steps, these 3 initial steps are also actually the most important steps to for our spiritual journey. As Manjari Bhav sadhakas, we fall down to the lotus feet of such a Sri Guru. We accept shelter at his lotus feet and we receive the initiation, the Diksha mantras, which reveal to us our beloved relationship to the divine couple. Srila Gurudev knows our heart and infuses these mantras with his own love and his own realizations to help us realize the Ishta Dev of these mantras. So now, in the beginning, we have Guru Shraddha. So we have to know where we want to go, where we want to end up. So as Manjari Bhav sadhakas, we follow exactly that goal, and we try to reach that goal Mahaprabhu came to give. And this highest goal Mahaprabhu has given us, we can find in the verse, Anarpita charim chirat, karunaya vatirna kalau, samarpayitum unatachvalara sam svabhakti shriyam, hari purata sundara judikatamba santipitaha, sadaridaye kandares puratu va sachinandana. May the Supreme Lord, who is known as the son of Sachi Devi, be transcendentally situated in the innermost chamber of your heart. Resplendent with the radiance of molten gold, he has appeared in the age of Kali by his causeless mercy, now very important sentence, to bestow what no incarnation has ever offered before. The most sublime and radiant mellow of devotional service, the mellow of conjugal love, and here one can legitimately add as a Manjari of Radhika, because Madhurya Rasa was already before Mahaprabhu, was already there, but what Mahaprabhu came to give us was actually to become a very trusted servant, a maidservant, a Manjari of Srimati Radhika. Unatuchvalo rasam svabhakti shriyam. This shriyam, Shri here, point to Swamini. Shri is another word for Radhika, so actually this highest transcendental radiant mellow of devotional service is seva to the lotus feet of our Swamini. This is the highest goal Mahaprabhu came to give, to the lotus feet of Swamini and the Manjaris, who are in the very, very inner group of Radhika's girlfriends. So this is the highest gift. And as sadhakas, we follow the words of our beloved Gurudev. We develop Guru Shraddha towards, and Gurudev is helping us, guiding us to divert our minds to the lotus feet of our Ishtadev. And the Ishtadev of Manjari Bhav sadhakas is Srimati Radharani. So there are three kinds of diversions the sadhaka can take. One can have Visham Sneha, one can love Krishna more than Radhika. First of all, of course, I'm sorry, we all want to go to Vrindavan. We all want to be in Vrindavan. And for this way, we perform Raganuga Bhakti, Raganuga Sadhana. And of course, we want to be with the divine couple in Vrindavan. So therefore, I'm saying this, that actually this is very important to understand, that we have this goal, and this goal can be reached as someone, as a perfected soul who has more, perfected soul by sadhana, who has more love for Krishna, which is Visam Sneha. One can have love equally for both, Sam Sneha. But as Manjari Bhav sadhakas, we try to develop and we want to have more love for our Swamini, for Radhika. This means Adik Sneha or the Radhika Sneha also said. So we know what is our goal now. Gurudev instructs us permanently in our goal to reach the lotus feet of Swamini as a Kinkari, as a Manjari, under the guidance of Guru Manjari. So all these things can only be realized if we are starting out with faith in the words of Guru, Shraddha, and then Guru is teaching us about our Ishtadev Swamini, how to serve her, how to approach her, how to do our sadhana accordingly. And so we develop, for example, by reading Radha Rasa Sudanidhi, we develop very deep faith. This is just an example. Prabodhananda Saraswati Thakur's prayers to the lotus feet of Swamini, our Ishtadev, how to develop such a deep love for our Swamini, our Ishtadev. This is called Ishta. So we have to develop this most wonderful, sublime faith that we can become manjaris of Swamini. So this only can happen by the grace of Guru, who has given us these wonderful Diksha mantras. Without Diksha mantras from Gurudev, Svarupa Siddhi can never be attained. So therefore, we have to be very careful to always chant our Diksha mantras, one focused, ekantapa, with one pointedness towards the Ishta Devas of these mantras, and of course with the aim to become a maidservant of Swamini. So our Ishtadev, Srila Gaur Govinda Maharaj said, our Ishtadev, our Guru is Radhika, our Ishtadev is Swamini. So as Adik Snehas, we have more love for Radharani. So this is actually our challenge and our task to develop by Manjari Bhav Sadhana, this deep Ishtanishta in the lotus feet of Swamini. This is only possible by Guru Kripa, and actually when we are advancing on that way that we found and we are certain that we want to become a Manjari for Swamini, Gurudev, he can reveal to us our Svarupa. When he sees our heart fit, he can reveal to us our dearmost desired form as a Manjari of Swamini. So actually, it is said that every jiva, he will be rewarded with a wonderful form. In the Bhagavatam, we can see that in Canto 3, Chapter 9, Verse 11, Tvam bhakti yoga paribhavita rit sarocha ase sutekshita patu nanu nata pungshang yad yadhiyata urugaya vipavayanti tatat vapu pranaya se satanugrahaya. O Lord, you who are approached by being heard about, seen, and directly served, enter and remain in the lotus of your devotees' hearts, infused with bhakti yoga. Much praise, Lord, by your mercy. You bestow to them the spiritual bodies, the siddhadeha, appropriate to the mood they cultivate during sadhana. Also, Srila Narodam Das Thakur is saying in Prema Bhakti Chandrika, one should meditate oneself in a form that is a female associate of the Sakhis, Manjaris, engaged in services on their command, decorated by her ornaments. So this Svarupa, this Siddha Deha, is bestowed to us and revealed to us by our beloved Gurudev. So this is actually totally Guru Kripa. So when Guru sees our heart fit for this kind of information, he will reveal to us the 11 bhavas, our name, our form, color, etc. So this is not an imaginary process. This is fully realized in the heart of Gurudev, and he got that from his Gurudev, and he is giving that treasure, that precious gift to us. And he reveals these characters to us. He reveals to us our form, and like the Lord's form, this form is transcendental. It is made of Svarupa Shakti. It is a body of pure bhav, pure emotion, spiritual bhav from Svarupa Shakti. So actually when Gurudev reveals to us the name of our Svarupa in connection to our Ishtadev, to Radhika. As a Manjari, the name and the form, the name of that revealed form is one and the same. There is no difference. In the spiritual world, the form and the name are non-different. So when we start to meditate on that name of that form alone, for example, we develop great and deep nistha. Because also Krishna reveals himself and Radhika, they reveal themselves name rupe. As through the name, first through the name, then comes the form, then comes lila, etc. So the name is not different from Nami. So when Srila Gurudev reveals to us the name of our Manjari form, this name is not different from our form, made of Svarupa Shakti. So when we meditate on that name, on our characteristics, our qualities, our cloth, ornaments, seva, all these will fix our nistha, our deep and firm faith in our Svarupa. So, and this can only happen by Guru Kripa and by knowing who is our Ishtadev, Swamini. So Guru knows when the devotee, the sadhaka, is ready, and then he reveals these precious, most precious information so that we become aware of our Svarupa, Svarupa Avesh, that we can start to meditate by the grace and the permission of Gurudev on this beautiful form. This is only in the beginning mental and a mental process, so we conceive of that form with our material mind, and by Chitta Darpana Marjanam, by performing Raganuga Bhakta, Raganuga Sadhana, by performing all the items Gurudev is teaching us, all the angas, we slowly raise our consciousness, clean our heart, and we become more and more aware of this Svarupa. And this Svarupa then, at the end, will be realized when our mind and the Svarupa has become one. That means Svarupa Siddhi. And that is the final stage when we realize that we are this body of path. So this is actually the goal. And that is the beginning. The beginning means that we know that our Ishtadev is Radhika, and we develop firm faith in that Ishtadev, Radhika, for example, by studying Srila Prabodhananda Saraswati Thakur's Radha Rasa Sudanidhi, where he glorifies Srimati Radhika throughout the book. And my Gurudev Srila Anandadas Babaji's commentary will help so much understanding the glories of being a maidservant of Srimati Radhika. Then, when we have fixed our faith, Nishtha, in our Ishtadev Swamini, it is advised that we read Vilapa Kusumanjali. In Vilapa Kusumanjali, we can read about the most beautiful kinds of seva Raghunathas Goswami is showing us as a perfect example of being a Manjari. So by reading these two granthas, we can advance, root out all anarthas in our heart, because by hearing about these wonderful sevas and pastimes, our heart becomes cleansed, and by hearing, every anartha will go away. If we hear with firm faith in our Gurudev, firm faith in our Ishtadev, and firm faith in our Svarup, we will reach that platform where we can finally, hopefully, understand this beautiful process and realize our eternal Svarup. So it's 4 steps: Guru, Shraddha, Ishta, Nishta, Svarupa, Nishta. And then, when we advance in fully understanding our goal, our Ishta, Radhika's lotus feet, and the way to attain it as a Manjari by having developed faith, deep faith in our Svarupa, and then we can speak really that we have Guru Nishta. Guru Nishta also means here Nishta in Guru Manjari, who will lead us eternally. She will be there in the spiritual world when we achieve, when we attain Svarupa Siddhi. So we start out with Shraddha, Guru Shraddha. Then Guru is helping us realize Ishta nistha and develop Ishta nistha by understanding as Radhik Sneha sadhakas, we want to become manjaris for Swamini, and then Gurudev, when he sees our heart suitable, he will reveal our Svarup. So then the job will be really dive into this nistha of our Svarup by hearing about and hearing about Radha and Krishna's pastimes, imagining ourselves to be there, to take part actively in that Leela. This is called Smaranam. And by reading and hearing these pastimes, we progress more and more, we advance more and more. And so these stages will reach through these stages we will reach Svarupa Siddhi. So we discussed this, and I think it's very important to understand Guru Nishta, Svarupa Nishta, Ishta Nishta. So Guru Nishta is firmly established when we know our Ishtadev and when we are aware and have realized our Svarupa, when we have made connection to our Svarupa. This can come in steps. So as the sadhaka progresses on his path of Manjari Bhav Sadhana, my Gurudev is saying in the beginning, all the awareness can be light, can be more dense and can become very dense and very deep. So the more we progress and the more we go into that process, the more deeper will these realizations go, and the more visible the spiritual realm will become according to how deep we go into this process. And one thing we should never forget, every step we take is the mercy of Srila Gurudev. Actually, it is said that Gurudev is the Alpha and the Omega. By the mercy of Gurudev, everything can be achieved. Yasya prasado bhagavat prasado, yasya prasado nagati kutopi. Nothing can be attained without Guru Kripa. So Guru, Jiva Goswami is even saying, by placing Sri Guru's lotus feet foremost into our heart, the Lord and Radhika are even more pleased and shower us with more mercy, and all these transcendental secrets and will be revealed to us by the grace of Sri Guru. So I want to stop here, summarize again. First, Guru Shraddha, then our antennas must go to the right Ishta, Swamini, in more love for Radhika, Adhik Sneha, and as manjaris, we need to develop then deep faith to the lotus feet of Swamini by hearing about her, by reading about her. Then Guru sees our heart fit and reveals to us our Svarupa, and he will guide us on that path. And finally, everything culminates. Then also we can speak of deep Guru Nishta, when we have realized and understood where we will be and what we will become. And as maidservants of Radhika, our goal is to be a maidservant, a manjari, serving her lotus feet like Raghunath Goswami is showing us in Vilapa Kusumanjali. So this I wanted to discuss, and thank you for your attention. Forgive me my mistakes, and Dandavat Pranam. Shri Guru and Gauranga Jayato. Jai Sri Radhe.